The Little Mermaid Aria. Once upon a time, in a magical underwater kingdom, there lived a young mermaid princess named Aria. She was known for her beautiful voice and her love for exploring the vast oceans. Aria spent her days singing and swimming with her best friends, a playful dolphin named Finny and a wise sea turtle named Tilly. One day, while swimming near the surface, Aria heard a melody unlike any she had ever heard before. Drawn to the sound, she swam closer and saw a handsome human prince sailing on a ship. Aria was mesmerized by his presence and instantly fell in love. As days went by, Aria couldn't stop thinking about the prince. She longed to be with him and explore the world above the water. But as a mermaid, she knew it was impossible. Heartbroken, she confided in Finny and Tilly, who tried to console her. Determined to be with her beloved prince, Aria sought the help of a sea witch named Octavia. Octavia promised to grant Aria's wish, but warned her that there would be a price to pay. Desperate to be with her prince, Aria agreed without hesitation. Octavia cast a spell on Aria, transforming her tail into a pair of legs. But in exchange, she took away Aria's voice, leaving her unable to speak. Despite the sacrifice, Aria was determined to reach the surface and find her prince. With Finny and Tilly's help, Aria swam to the surface and emerged from the water. She was amazed by the new world she had entered, but she struggled to walk and communicate without her voice. Lost and disoriented, Aria stumbled upon the prince's ship. The prince found Aria and was captivated by her beauty. He took her aboard the ship and named her Aria, after her enchanting presence. Aria was overjoyed to be near her prince, but she couldn't express her feelings without her voice. As days passed, Aria and the prince spent time together, and they grew closer. Aria realized that the prince was kind-hearted and cared for the ocean as much as she did. However, the prince was oblivious to Aria's true identity as a mermaid. One day, the prince announced his intention to marry Aria, believing she was a human. Aria was torn between her love for the prince and her longing to return to the ocean. She missed her family, friends, and her underwater kingdom deeply. On the day of the wedding, Aria's heart was heavy with conflicting emotions. But before the ceremony could take place, a great storm struck the sea, threatening the ship and everyone on board. Aria knew she had to do something to save the prince and the crew. Summoning all her strength, Aria dived into the raging sea, using her mermaid powers to calm the storm and rescue the prince from drowning. As the prince regained consciousness, he saw Aria's true form as a mermaid. Filled with awe and admiration for Aria's bravery, the prince realized his true feelings for her. He professed his love and vowed to protect the oceans, just like Aria. Overwhelmed with joy, Aria found her voice once again and expressed her love for the prince. The storm subsided, and Aria and the prince returned to the underwater kingdom. Aria was warmly welcomed back by her family and friends, and the prince was amazed by the beauty of the underwater world. He promised to care for the oceans and its inhabitants forever. Aria's sacrifice and selflessness had saved the prince, the ocean, and her true love. She learned that true love goes beyond appearances and that being true to oneself is the most